Good morning, students. Welcome you in your class of English. Student, today we are going to discuss the exercise of third chapter. So what are you anyway? This is the first video of this week, and I will discuss the first part of the question answers of the exercise. I am sure you will enjoy and learn it. I am even ensured quite that you have understood the chapter very well. In this chapter, you have seen how a girl whose name was Carol was going to meet her grandparents, and on the way in the plane, she met a couple, Henry and Betty Norton, and they asked several questions. The title of this chapter itself is a question. So, what are you anyway? This is a question that is asked by Henry Norton to Carol. Embarrassing question, an irritating question, an annoying question, and a burning question. Let us see what does the exercise tell, ask, and we will answer properly. I am sure you will understand, and you all will write in your copy and you will learn. So, the first question of understanding the text is, what are you anyway? Here you have seen here again, the question itself is the title of the story, heading of the story. What did the Nortons want to know about Carol? You know, Carol is what? The central character of this story. And you know that question that was asked to her in the plane by the Nortons. What did the Nortons want to know about Carol? The Nortons wanted to know. Here Norton is not the name, student. That is here a couple. That is their titles. That is what about the family. And so the is used before Nortons. The Nortons wanted to know about Carol's ethnic origin. Her race. From which race did she belong? They saw that her skin tone differed from theirs. They were white, but her skin tone was brown. So they continued asking Carol about her racial identity, ethnic identity. They asked outrageous questions, irritating questions, in an arrogant way, again and again. They were rigid. The innocent girl was not able to answer because she did not know what the question meant, what they wanted to know, because she didn't know the meaning of race. Say she didn't know about ethnic origin. She was an innocent girl. She enjoyed her life. She was very happy. And these questions were not now the important in the era she was living. She was born. So Carol didn't know about race and proper answer of their question. Then Norton asked her at last, what are you anyway? This is what here the question that he asked at last. If she was not able to answer about her racial just origin or ethnic origin, then she was asked by Henry, what are you anyway? Actually, Norton wanted to know Carol's racial identity. Second question, B. What do you think is problematic with the question? Does the word what make a person seem less than human? Very important question. Does the word what in the question, as in the question that is here asked, so what are you anyway? This question what The question is here, make a person seem less than human. If so, how? The pronoun what is generally used for inanimate objects. When we address a human being, we definitely don't use what. The pronoun who is used to address a human being or living objects. When the Nortons asked Carol what she is, it makes her less of a human. That's right. C question. Next one, third from the first statement, as you know. Is there any word or phrase in para 32 that does the same thing? They are neither one thing nor the other. This is the line from 32 para. They are neither one thing nor the other. This phrase dehumanizes Carol by making her merely a thing, not human. That phrase in that para dehumanizes Carol, that she is not human, she is just a thing. Now you have second question. Answer these questions about Carol and her understanding of race. Does Carol understand the terms race and mulatto? These terms are used in the question again and again, several times, as the Nortons asked her, and her question was only to know about her race and if she was mulatto. Although Carol doesn't understand the term race, the word race, but the way Nortons asked her, she understood that it was something bad. She had not heard the word mulatto either. She had not heard even mulatto. So, let me explain you what's mulatto. Mulatto is a child, a person born from two different races, white and non-white. Such child is called mulatto. But she didn't know. Her father was no doubt just non-white and her mother was white. But she didn't know about that. This word she was not taught by her parents. The meaning of mulatto, either mulatto or race. So she is surprised when she is asked if she is mulatto or not. She fumbles and asked that what the word mean. She doesn't know and she is really surprised. She is murmuring only what this word means. So let us see now B, question number B. When Carol first sees the Nortons, does she identify them as white-skinned? What is the word she uses to describe Mr. Norton? When Carol first sees the Nortons, she does notice Mr. Norton's sunburnt face. His face was sunburnt, red. But the skin color does not strike her as different from her own skin tone. The word Carol uses to describe Mr. Norton is big. That is big word. Do you think Carol understands color of his skin or race as a major difference between people? Carol is too young and innocent to understand the differences that divide the human on basis of skin. She didn't bother to see Mr. Norton's sunburned face and her own skin color. She did not just know the difference. On basis of the colors, she was not able to differentiate. So these were some of the questions here, and there will be some more questions that I will discuss in the class with these questions. I am sure you must have understood the answers and you will write these question answers in your copy well in beautiful handwriting, and I am sure that you will learn these answers sincerely by her. Thank you, student. Thank you being with me. Thank you.